CPD4Me. It's mandatory CPD, practical and relevant.
We'll be talking about changes in planning and local government in the last 6 months. I've provided a number of webinars for CPD4Me in the past year, and the last update I did was in July last year, which looked at changes in planning and local government at that time. And there were some earlier webinars in March which also covered significant changes happening earlier in 2016. So this is the latest instalment in that series of webinars. The focus today will be on New South Wales, and this area continues to be under significant change, so watch this space as the year unfolds. At the same time as the plans were released, the new planning panels became operational for the 6 districts in Sydney. So those are called the Sydney Planning Panels, and they are joint regional planning panels under the EP&A Act. So they have the jurisdiction to determine regionally significant development applications. They're soon to be renamed again to regional planning panels if and when the planning bill goes through Parliament. Second objective of the reforms. So the second objective of the reforms is to improve the strategic planning process and to derive or achieve better outcomes from the planning system. The first way the government is seeking to do this in the planning legislation is to introduce a new requirement for local strategic planning statements. The government is also continuing with its review of the SEPs on a broader level, and this includes a detailed review of the infrastructure SEP, which is the main planning policy in relation to delivery of public infrastructure projects for both state and local councils. And there's also now the Stage 2 review of the SEPs underway. So last year there was Stage 1, and that resulted in the repeal of 16 SEPs in August last year. I can't say it enough, and I know that I'm repeating myself in each webinar, but this area of law in planning and local government is under significant change. So last year was a significant year for new legislation. So new legislation has now been enacted and assented to for the coastal management, biodiversity and Crown land. So the 3 key pieces of legislation which are awaiting implementation, and you need to be prepared for implementation in the coming years. So you need to understand what those acts say and what that means for your clients.
I hope you enjoyed this session today from CPD4Me. Continuing professional development should be about learning new things, about challenging yourself to learn and grow, about finding better ways to do the things that you do every day.